What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Another video sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Shout out to the rideshare hustler. I've been on his channel lately. He has really great videos, and he has an interesting backstory. Basically, he talked about his career. You know, he was in the nightlife industry. It was very lucrative. And then COVID happened, you know, and this affected a lot of people in the world, him being one of them. So he switched over to the gig economy, which is what he's doing now. But he also speaks on how he's getting like some kind of a specialized training. I think he said insurance. So he's going to be getting out of rideshare. But, you know, during this phase in his life, it seems that, you know, he went from lucrative career, now he's doing rideshare, and then he's going to go back to lucrative career. I wanted to make a video, though, on basically how, if you notice on YouTube, a lot of people on and off YouTube, they complain about the gig economy. They complain about Uber, Doordash, Grubhub, you know, all that stuff, right? And they say it's low wages, and people always say the same thing whenever they complain, right? They say, well, just stop. Just stop. Do you think this hasn't crossed their mind? You know what I mean? Instead of opening the cell phone and clicking Uber, just don't click Uber. Oh, problem solved, right? No, it's so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than that. So I want to try to help to break this concept down as best as I can. Okay? So, for starters, all right, because I studied psychology. For starters, the worst, most dangerous, most unsuccessful place to be psychologically, be it in your work life, in your love life, you know, in your diet, diet and exercise, going to the gym. The worst place to be mentally in any aspect of your life is the comfort zone. Okay? The comfort zone is where all hopes and dreams and aspirations go to die, right? And it's kind of like weird, because it's like the word comfort sounds so sweet and nice, but it's very dangerous, really. So let's break this down. Let's say there's someone that's in a very abusive relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and people always ask the same question: why don't you just break up with them? The way the human mind works is we like consistency, okay? If I go to the same job every day for 5 years, my mind wants to stay there for 500 years. It never wants to deviate. It never wants to change my friends, my job, my diet, nothing. Because this is just how it goes. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of evolutionary explanation as to why we need consistency, right? But that's besides the point. We need it, right? So let's say someone's in a horrible toxic relationship, they can't leave. It's because basically in their mind, they're like, this is what we do. We date this person, we deal with this bullshit, this is what we do. Someone eats unhealthy, they eat McDonald's 3 times a day. Their mind is like, this is what we do. And one thing about the human spirit that's really beautiful is we can adapt to anything, right? At one point, humans were in, snowy tundras, fighting gigantic woolly mammoths. And as you can tell, some humans, their body hair, their skin color, etc., adapted to that environment. In other places in the world, whatever, they were doing X, Y, and Z, their body hair, their skin color, all that adapted to that. Humans can adapt very, very well, okay? I say that to say we can be the best at whatever we put ourselves in. If I say, I'd like to just, I don't know, sit on the couch and play video games all day long and do drugs, I will be the best sit on the couch, play video games, and watch drugs person ever in the world, because that's where I put my focus on. But if I put my focus on diet and exercise and, trying to improve myself mentally and listening to audiobooks and, learning about finance and stuff like that, I can be the best at those things too, because my mind and my body is constantly adapting. So let's get back to the original point. there are people that in the gig economy that would like to leave it, but it can be kind of like a trap, if you will, right? Because I used to do it full time. I remember I signed up for Uber. My first day I was making $300, and I did that pretty consistently for like 3 months, right? And then out of nowhere it slowed down and the money got less. So let me give you an example. Let's say with it, there are a lot of pros. I mean, you're your own boss, work at your own schedule. No one can tell you what to do. You don't got a boss breathing down your neck, bossing you around, all that stuff. If you're doing Uber and you pick someone up and they're rude as hell, you can literally pull over anywhere and be like, "Hey, get out of my car now." You know, there's a lot of freedom that comes with that, right? Now, of course there are cons. It's not like a 9 to 5. It's not a W-2. You don't get health insurance. You don't get pension. You don't get, days off, paid vacation, all that stuff. It doesn't come with it, right? So there's pros and cons, give and take with everything in life. So let's say over the years, because with DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, the wages are not going to go up. They're going to go down, right? Because, for example, last year, DoorDash, their revenue was, I think it was about $5 billion, right? Can you imagine? $5 billion was the revenue for DoorDash. And if I'm not mistaken, their base pay is like $2.25. So that's what they paid every driver, every delivery. You know, that $2.25 adds up clearly, right? But I think DoorDash knows that if they go from $2.25 to $2.50, they will not increase their customer base. They will decrease their customer base because customers are going to be like, "Hey, what the hell? Why are you charging us 25 cents?" Right? So instead, they're most likely going to go from $2.25 to $2 because customers will be happier. They'll be like, "Hey, their delivery fees have gone down," which will increase the customer base, which will increase the revenue for DoorDash, right? The delivery driver will probably not see any benefit to this. In fact, it'll be a detriment to them. They will lose base pay. So I say that to say, if you're in the gig economy, understand the goal of Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all these companies, they want to increase their customer base. They're not too concerned with the drivers. They're really not. They love y'all. They need y'all. But you're not their primary, you're not like the most thing they're worried about. So let's say someone does Lyft, right, for 12 hours a day, which is pretty common. If you're going to do a job like that full time, you're probably going to do minimum 12 hours, right? There's 24 hours a day. So, all right, 24 minus 12 is 12, right? So now you have 12 hours left. Let's say you sleep 8 hours a day, right? 10, 9, 8, wait. So now you're left with 4 hours, right? Now someone might say, just go to your local community college, study a trade, get a new job, and leave DoorDash. With 4 hours, something's got to give. You work 12 hours, you sleep 8, you have 4 left. Let's say you spend 2 hours, right, going to school. Now you have 2 hours left for the whole day. Maybe you want to spend time with family or something. I mean, I'm just going to say, where there's a will, there's a way. The human ambition has seen things we can't even imagine, right? Things have happened. Humans are able to do fantastical things. So where there's a will, there's a way. I'm not making an excuse for anyone. I'm just saying that the comfort zone, not to mention Lyft, Uber, all that, once you get into the groove of it and you really start doing it, like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, for more than a year, your mind will now push you towards it because you've trained your mind. Understand, you're training your mind every day, your muscle memory, everything. You've trained it to do something every single day, and your mind will be like, let's do it, right? So let's say someone does Uber for 2 years in a row and then says, you know what, I'm going to go for a job interview. The body and mind will fight you to not go to that job interview, if you believe me. Some of you are going to be like, you're talking poppycock, but I'm telling you the truth here. You can look up the psychological aspect, I'm telling you. It's the same as someone who's 500 pounds and they eat a salad. Their body's going to go into shock. They're going to fight them and be like, I don't want this, I want that quadruple you know, cheeseburger with the mozzarella sticks on top and the gravy on top. That's what I want. That's what their mind is going to tell their body, right? So anyways, with that being said, comfort zones are very dangerous, and these gig economy workers, if you do it, just to let you know, if you're someone in the gig economy and you're doing it full time, start getting your exit plan. Start getting it. And it's not going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy. I mean, they've made this gig economy very awesome. And in some markets, it's very lucrative too. But like I said, these companies do not have the driver's best interest at heart. And you can't blame them. You can't blame them. But the driver is not their main interest. So if you're working that kind of job, fight yourself to get out of that comfort zone slowly, and you'll be able to get out of the gig economy. And for people judging them, just understand, look at yourself, okay? Maybe you're doing something, and maybe you're in your comfort zone, you don't even realize it. Maybe there's something you've done every day, every week, for years and years, and you say to yourself, why do I do this? Why can't I stop doing this? What have you subconsciously or unconsciously trained yourself to do that might be detrimental to yourself? So before you judge these gig economy people, just ask yourself. But long story short, fight the urge to stay in your comfort zone.